So did I close the ChatGPT window? Let me go back to ChatGPT, and I think I can find the conversation I was on. Yeah, this one. Yeah, loss is bitter. And so I can say, okay, thanks. Ready with the momentum questions. And let me go to momentum questions. And do I want to? I don't know. If ChatGPT is beating me on time, the fact that I'm the bottleneck, I think it doesn't matter. I don't have to keep separate timers and whatnot. So the 1.8 minute with me being the bottleneck is still amount of time that'll beat me. Then fine. Beat me. It doesn't have to beat me by a larger amount. Um, all right, let's get started. Um, I'm not deliberately slowing it down. It just uh, delayed me that this question is so long. Oops, not that. Oh, oof. Uh, Such a long question. Say Q2. Oops. I'll just. So I'm just gonna focus on copying and pasting, and then because it's answering before I'm able to copy and paste the next question, and then I'll go back and just scroll through, copying over the answers. I think that might actually speed up the process a little bit. Let's see. With those earlier delays, if I do this in less than, I don't know, 2.5 minutes, then there might be some better advantage to this technique where, and the first time pass, I'm just copying and pasting in the questions because ChatGPT is answering more quickly than I can simply copy and paste. That was 8 and 9, so 10. All right, and then I'll go back up, and copy over the answers. So question 1 was here, A, D, A, B, C, D. No, that's E. D, B, C, D, B, B, A, D, B. All right. 90%. Let's make sure it's not an operator error. And it was question 9. Question 9, D. It's not operator error, but also, the number it actually calculated is the correct answer. It's just, A, B, C, D, E, not D. So I'll count it as 100%. So because it obviously calculated the correct answer. It's just that the choice of D isn't what it was. It's choice of E. All right, how much time? It took ChatGPT 2.2 minutes. I have a chance of beating it, maybe. And again, but I think so. If I beat it by, let's say I get another 1.9 minutes, then I'm willing to concede that the only reason I beat ChatGPT on time is because I was the bottleneck in copying and pasting. If I could, if there was an easy way for me to copy and paste in the whole question, then, there might be a way to. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking of a way. It's something that only I have access to as an instructor. Let me do it that way. I think so. I'll do Next week, when I do the rest of the multiple choice timed assessment demos, I'll do one of them this way, so that me simply copying and pasting image by image, that's not a bottleneck. So I'll try that different method. So in the meantime, so let me just slowly scroll through so that those of you who are interested in physics content have a chance to look at it, and if you need, pause the video so that you can read it. So question 1, answer and explanation, probably correct. Question 2, kind of a long thing with a long image. All of that amounts to this, which is correct answer with a probably correct explanation. Question 3, B, correct answer, probably correct explanation. Question 4 and 5. So 4 first, answer and explanation, and 5, answer and explanation. 6, answer and explanation. 7, answer and explanation. 8, answer and explanation. And D, as I was saying, the explanation is fine. This is correct. It's not D, it's E. And then question 10. Yeah, answer and explanation. Again, the way I'm going to count it for the purpose of this competition, ChatGPT got 100%. It didn't really miss a question. So let me now do my own attempt. Again, trying to tie down accuracy while maybe beating it on time. If I can do it in 1.9 minutes, or shorter, or shorter than 2.2 minutes. Yeah, let me refresh, and I think I can close this. When I feel ready, I'll start. Yeah, I think I'm ready. Let me start. Yeah, and my goal is to just go as quickly as possible. Any math I need to do, just do it in mental math if possible. If I need to type, I will, but that'll slow me down. Calculate the momentum. Incorrectly. Okay, that delayed me too much. We'll see. Okay, I got 100%, and let's tie to the accuracy, and let's look at the time. ChatGPT spent 2.2 minutes, and I spent 2 minutes. So technically I beat it on time, but again, asterisk, because I think the only reason I spent 0.2 minutes less is because of me copying and pasting bottleneck. So next 2 weeks competition will do it in a way where where ChatGPT has a better chance of beating me on time. I guess I can briefly explain it. So I can go in with the instructor access and actually look ahead of time what questions test student will get. I can generate a PDF of that without using any of the timer time. And at the beginning of the session, I'll basically give ChatGPT the PDF, and it'll analyze the PDF and answer the questions as quickly as possible for me, and then I'll simply copy the answers over later. So I'll give that a try. With that, let's just see how fast ChatGPT can be. Let me explain. So I'm gonna both slowly scroll through. If you want longer explanation, you can take a screenshot, ask ChatGPT. Let me just explain some of my mental math tricks and other thinking processes. So here I'm just trying to do the product of, for the momentum, 5,000 times 3,075. The main thing I'm multiplying is 5 times 3. That gives me 15. So that's what I'm looking for here, 1.5. And then the powers of 10, I just assume it'll work out because there's no other choice that has the correct leading digits. Here, the main thing is, to note incorrectly so that you answer correctly. And once I saw this choice, I didn't read the rest because I know energy is not a vector, so that must be incorrect. Here, the total momentum being conserved. The thing I look at is the system, like Earth orbiting around the sun. If we are talking about Earth-Sun system, then momentum is conserved, but not for just Earth. And here, this is the only one where it included all the things that are interacting. Here, just reading through the formulas correctly, carefully, and net force being rate of change of momentum. Here, yeah, so initially I think I was looking for the 5. I guess I was doing 1.5 times 2, 3 kilograms times 5. That's just a mistake because that's the initial speed. The way I think you are supposed to do is 1.5 times 5. That actually does give you 7.5 right away. And I didn't do it that way, and I think that cost me maybe 5 seconds. Question 6. Total momentum, yeah, you care about the external forces. You don't care about conservative force. Here, I think I was using my memorization of this setup where after collision, the V final is basically half of this V here. So it should be 16 divided by 2, 8 meters per second. That's the case when the two objects have the same mass. Yeah. You can also derive it using conservation of momentum. Because they stick together, there are some additional information that's there. Recoil, so here main thing I looked for was the ratio of the masses, and once I figured the ratio is 100, then I reduced this by 100. That's what you get in the correct answer. And this is just remembering the new description of force. And here, yeah, it took me a while. I think the thing that confused me was I was thinking about why it's not possible to conserve total kinetic energy when it was actually asking about kinetic energy going to 0, and that would be that one. Yeah. So those are the two multiple choice timed assessments. Again, I'm trying to make a little bit of dent.